Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Replay Metal Gear Solid. In the last part, we escaped the torture sequence if I recall correctly. It's been a while since I recorded that one actually. And now we're actually back where we temporarily saved the Armstead resident. Why? Because we can see for this wall down. You could come over here the moment you first came over in this area actually. But you couldn't get through the doors because they're level 6 and above. We mostly get some stun grenades and shaft grenades, but there is one special item over here that's actually fairly well hidden because you have to come all the way back here. And that is the camera. I'll be showing that off in a bonus episode. Though I'm not sure when I'm going to record said bonus episode because, first off, at this point, the entire game is recorded at this point. That's a bit odd for me, but I did it. And because of such, I'm tired of the game for now. So it'll be a while before I record any more stuff. Either way, now we're back on the floor where we met Otacon. Because now that we have a level 6 keycard, we can get something over here. And you're going to want to get this. Body armor. Like in the previous games, that reduces damage by about half. I think. I'm actually not sure about this one. But you really want to come and get this because some of the later game boss fights do hurt quite a bit. So, get it. And now we're done over here. So now we're going to cut back to the wolf room. Not where we fought Steppenwolf, but the wolf room right before it. Why? Well, you might remember that Otacon, when he rescued us from the prison, gave us a ration, some ketchup, and a handkerchief that belongs to Sniper Wolf. And because it smells like her, the wolves will not attack us when we have it equipped. It's a really odd thing, but I'll take it. So, yeah, now this place is pretty easy. In fact, you never have to come back through here again once you do this. So, yay. You know, I have to admit, Metal Gear Solid doesn't have the worst backtracking, but they could have done a lot better with it, because you'd have to backtrack to and from this area a lot, as you've noticed. Still, not as bad as Metal Gear 1 or 2, for that matter. Oh, and the mines aren't back, by the way, so you're good to progress. I'm just checking just to show you that, hey, they're not there anymore.
Save your strength.
I was a fool. I wanted to be a soldier. But war is ugly. There's nothing glamorous about it. Snake, please save yourself. Go on living and don't give up on people. Don't forget me.
Snake, about Meryl. Colonel, I'm sorry. Listen to me. I wasn't able to protect her. Snake, she's a soldier. She knows that prisoners are a part of war. She joined up of her own free will. I'm sure she was prepared for this. No, you're wrong. Meryl thought she had to become a soldier. Thought it was the only way. She said she thought it would bring her closer to her dead father. She said that? She wasn't ready for real combat. I shouldn't have pushed her so hard. It's all my fault.
That's not like you, Snake.
Master, what is it?
Sorry for eavesdropping, but I just couldn't listen anymore.
Master.
Snake, you can have regrets if you want to. It's only natural. But you can't keep attacking yourself for things that happened in the past. That road leads to madness. Believe me.
He's right. Don't kick yourself. It doesn't suit a legend like you. I'm sure Meryl's just fine.
Mei Ling. Snake, forget about Meryl. stop liquid. That's what Meryl would want too.
You're right. Meryl would say the same thing.
Snake,
What?
Meryl, she's pretty special to you, huh?
Yes, she's special. There aren't many women like her around.
That's not what I meant.
She's the Colonel's niece and a combat buddy.
Is that all? Come on.
This is like a police interrogation.
No,
I guess it's in the genes.
Genes? What are you talking about, Colonel?
No, I just remembered about Naomi's grandfather. I think Naomi said he rose as high as assistant secretary in the FBI during Edgar Hoover's time.
Is that right?
Yes. Yes, he was Japanese, and he became a special undercover investigator to nab the mafia.
When was that?
Oh, sometime in the 50s, I guess.
Where?
New York, I think.
Naomi, I thought you didn't have any family.
Well, I researched it after I became an adopt. My grandfather was already dead by the time I learned about him. I never even had the chance to meet him.
Oh,
Snake, good luck.
watch your back, Snake.
You know, on the topic of female combat buddies, whatever happened to Holly? I don't think we ever learned what happened to her, aside from the fact that Snake kind of ditched her and everyone at the end of 2. Huh. Either way. Something seemed a bit off about that cutscene, didn't it? Either way, now that we're finally back here, you might remember now we actually have a level 6 card, so now we can actually progress into this tower. I hope you have stun grenades, by the way. I'd recommend having at least 6. Maybe more. 9 is probably the best number you can have at this point. Get them out, and prepare to run. A lot. Automatic alert, you cannot avoid this whatsoever. Get out your body armor to not so you don't take as much damage, and just run. And you have to grab those 2 items, by the way. Not so much the stun grenades, but the rope you definitely need to. And Snake, get off the thing. This is just a constant climb up the stairs for about, I want to say, 3 minutes. Very reminiscent of the scene from Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. In fact, if you haven't noticed yet, there's a lot of Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake in this game. And we'll be seeing a lot more of it. Huh. The only way you can really escape this alert is by making your way all the way to the top. So, don't even try to fight anything. Just run past them. Ooh, a door. Sweet. Alright, let's go. Why isn't it opening?
Snake, that's the door to the walkway.
It won't open, even if I use the card.
Huh? Oh, that's right, I totally forgot.
Do you know something?
That door sometimes gets frozen shut because it's so cold outside.
Next time, tell me beforehand. So what should I do?
It's impossible to open from the inside. They always use C4 or something from the outside.
From the outside? You can't open it from the inside?
Sorry, it's impossible. But don't worry, you'll get through. There are 2 walkways that connect Tower A and Tower B. The other one's on the roof. You should just use the walkway on the roof.
Well then, that's convenient. Though you have to wonder how much the adventure would have changed if he was just able to go through that door. Probably not too much, but... Huh. But yeah, this is more or less just more of a time sink than anything. There's no real reason for this plot thing to exist other than to reference Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. I really did waste my stun grenades a bit too quickly, though. Oh well. And now comes the hard part. Fighting them. I think around this point in the game, well, first off, the game obviously has had numerous types of genome soldiers. I think around this point, though, they start having a few that have a bit more HP. Think, keyword, usual as. I would research that, but I'm not sure with this one, because I know they had that in Ghost Babel and even some of the MSX games. And by some, I mean just one. Or two, rather. One as in two. You know what I mean. Either way. But yeah, I'm not sure about this one. Oh, Snake! Get off the ground. There's no way I was making it out of this without getting a shot. So, ration number 2. Well, not number 2 in general, but number 2 for this sequence. Also, I hate this upcoming turn right here. The depth perception is so terrible there that it's very hard to get past that without getting shot. Grab the ration. And somehow punch all 4 of them at once. I don't know how I did that, but I did, and it was awesome. Yay! Either way, let's leave. You know, in the long scheme of things, that tracking shot is kind of pointless. For a couple reasons. One, it's just not plain needed, and second, well...
Damn! Snake! I'm afraid I can't let you get past here. Liquid. You're not going any farther. Die! It's a long way down. If only I had a rope. I should be able to use that rope I got. What are you going to do? Take on a hind with your bare hands? Now you're mine! If I stay here, I'm finished.
Just use the rope. We got one for a reason, after all.
Here's how to rappel. Press the X button to jump away from the wall. While you're away from the wall, press down on the directional button to drop down. If you jump while pressing right or left on the directional button, you can make a big jump in that direction. If you press and hold the circle button while using the directional button, you can walk slowly across the wall. If you're careful with the timing, you should be able to dodge the gunfire from the Hind while you rappel down. If anyone can do it, you can, Snake.
So, as he just said, time for a really randomly placed rappelling section. I don't get the point of this, because this mechanic's only used here, and it's very pointless. Either way, controls are what he just said. Don't touch the steamer bullets, because they hurt you, obviously. And just try to make it to the bottom. Though I need to admit, it's pretty convenient. The rope we got is the exact length we need it to be. It goes exactly to that door that was frozen earlier. So, that's convenience. Gotta love video games sometimes, right? And that was a cutscene. And now, time for one of the most annoying guard sequences in the game. Well, first off, like Otacon said, you can melt this door with C4. And if you go back down, I'm not sure what happens actually if you, I think now you can avoid that camera because Snake knows that it's there. Either way, I'm not going to go back there. If you look in front of us, there are about 3 guards. And they hurt, because they have good accuracy. However, they take a lot to kill, too. So, meet my Nikita strategy of getting around them without having to kill anyone. Aim carefully, and hopefully you get right in the middle so you can knock out all three at once. Run forward a little bit. Fire another one. Which will hopefully knock down a lot more of them, if at least two. And then hopefully you'll be close enough, if you timed it correctly, just to run right past them. If you kill all three of them, though, and you come over to here, Liquid in his Hind-D shows up and starts shooting at you. So, pick your poison, really. And the reason I went down back into that door is, well, actually, no, up into that door, was that I forgot to get these. You're gonna need these. Oh, and also, fun fact, those guards disappear the moment you walk into the door that leads to where that stinger is. So, that's weird. Either way, if we head up the stairs, we're blocked off, so we want to head downstairs first. Also, going downstairs is really easy, just to hold down. I like it when games do this. Also, I know I'm very late in commenting on it, but what is with Snake's running animation? That's weird.
Damn.
Well, shit. We have to head all the way back up, and now we actually have to press 2 directions. Great. No, at least this isn't the worst staircase I've ever seen in my life. That probably goes to, actually, I don't know what the worst staircase I've ever seen in a video game is. Technically speaking, the endless one from 64 was pretty annoying. But I don't know.
Don't shoot! It's me, don't shoot! It's me, Snake!
Otacon, how'd you get here?
Well, it wasn't as dramatic as your entrance, believe me. I'm afraid of heights.
You were watching?
Yeah, I was watching. I was riding in the back of their truck. Thanks to the stealth camouflage.
How did you get up here?
The elevator, of course.
The first floor of the circular staircase was destroyed.
That's why I took the elevator.
The elevator was working?
Yeah, that's right. You're incredible. Like a movie hero or something.
No, you're wrong. In the movies, the hero always saves the girl.
You mean Meryl? Sorry. Forget I said anything. Snake, there's something I've really got to ask you. It's why I followed you up this far. Have you ever loved someone?
That's what you came to ask?
No, I mean, I was wondering if even soldiers fall in love.
What are you trying to say?
I want to ask you, do you think love can bloom even on a battlefield?
Yeah, I do. I think at any time, any place, people can fall in love with each other. But if you love someone, you have to be able to protect them.
I think so too.
I have a favor to ask.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, it'll be easy.
I told you before I don't want to hurt anyone.
I don't want you to either.
Okay.
The elevator is stopped down there. I want you to get it to move. You see,
That's weird.
it was working before, but now it isn't.
Maybe the panel's broken.
Can you fix it?
It was working before. If it's the mechanism, leave it to me.
I've got to go and swat a noisy fly.
Okay. I'll stay here and hold the fort. Good luck.
You really look like hell. Are you okay?
Don't worry. If I do this, it doesn't matter. I just pretend like I'm not here, and then I'm not scared.
Strange logic. I'm counting on you.
Well then. That was an interesting cutscene. I wonder what Alicon means, though. If you were paying attention to the way he talked, you might have an idea. Either way, now that Otacon did that, now those boxes are moved, so we can actually head up here. But place some chaff grenades because there are attack cameras on that corner for every floor. Well, technically speaking, every 4 floors, but you know what I mean. And the weird thing is, they increase in number. You know, 1 can do the job just fine, guys. You don't need, like, 7. At least it's not as bad as something we'll see later on. In fact, I don't even think all 3 can shoot you. I think when the first one hits you, you go into invincibility frames immediately, so they can't even hit you. So that is really pointless. Aside from telling you, hey, you are this far up. Thankfully, 4 is the highest it goes. The 5th floor above that is the roof. Either way, get the body armor out if you don't already have it on like I do. Because we're obviously coming up on a boss fight. And grab the ammo around here. Just, call it a hunch. And, just, I'll tell you right away, you can only really use the stinger in the next fight, so get that out as well. If you haven't already. Or if you're not going to. There I go. No, I'm surprised they don't automatically take us into a cutscene. But no, we have to leave the thing first. Because that makes sense.
So, the snake's finally come out of his home. Are you ready now, my brother?
Why are you calling me brother? Who the hell are you?
I'm you. I'm your shadow.
What?
Ask the father that you killed. I'll send you to hell to meet him.
Liquid means to bring this to an end now. He obviously planned this.
Maybe the broken elevator was all part of the trap.
You mean he fiddled with the elevator to get me out on the roof?
You'll have to destroy that Hind snake. You can see the Hind on your radar screen. Even if you lose visual contact, you can always check his position by radar.
Your best chance is to hit him while he is circling. When his nose isn't pointed at you, that is your opening. Shove a Stinger missile up his butt.
I'll take things I've never thought I'd hear for 600. Either way, time to fight the Hind-D. Yet again, this seems familiar. The Stinger works as you might think. You go into first-person perspective, you aim at him, and it automatically tracks him for a bit. There are 3 sections on the Hind-D. I'm not sure if all 3 of them take the same amount of damage, though. That's one thing I've never been quite certain of, so I'm actually going to look that up now about the Hind-D fight. He doesn't actually have that many attacks, though. Early on, he just likes to fly around, but later on he will start hiding himself beneath your line of fire. But honestly, this boss fight's pretty simple. Though I do have to ask one thing, in that cutscene. I can understand Snake hearing Liquid because Liquid has a speaker on that Hind-D. But how in the name of God does Liquid hear Snake over helicopter blades? I mean, I'm not sure if any of you have been that close to a helicopter, but I have. And it's pretty hard to hear stuff. Because those things are pretty loud. Unless it's winding down, in which case it's actually fairly audible. But that's clearly not going to wind down because that'd be very bad for Liquid. Really, though, this fight is very, very easy. Honestly, to me, it's easier than the Hind-D fight in Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. He always does his attack once he's around half health. Well, you hide from it, just hide beneath the behind the box. It's very easy to avoid. Though looking at the map now, there's a little pathway to the bottom there. I'm not sure if there's anything over there. I've never checked, honestly. And now's where he starts to avoid you. He'll either go above the tower or below it. Not below it, but what he's doing right now, just kind of hovering a button beneath your line of fire. At this point, it just becomes a patience game. Wait for him to come out from underneath it, and you can hit him pretty easily. It's actually pretty easy to tell when he's going to come out, though, because if you look at the dot on the radar, that's him. It usually speeds up right before he goes up so he can catch up to where you are. Or at least where he can get an easy shot on you. Let me see if I can find the thing from the Metal Gear. There it is. Let me see. Well, first off, you can attempt to use chaff grenades on this thing, but it won't be very optimal. I don't think it actually works on them at all. Let's see. Anything about damage values? Nope, nothing. I guess it's just a certain amount of shots. Well, the more you know. And knowing is half the battle. Really, this fight actually gets kind of annoying for one reason only, and it's more so because it becomes a patience game, when the rest of the boss fights have been pretty action-filled and quick. Especially when there's times like this where he just won't come up. Come on, Liquid. Where are you, buddy? There you are. Also, I know I haven't commented on it at this point, but Metal Gear Solid's Encounter theme, which is also a bit of a remix of the game's main theme, is one of my favorite songs in gaming history. There's just something about it that really pumps you up. Though part of me does wish that there were more boss themes. But that's just because I play a lot of games where boss themes are almost to the individual. Or at least there's multiple. I don't know how I managed to hit him with that, but I did, and I'll take it. Oh, you little get back up here. Yeah, this fight takes a while if you can't tell. But hey, look at that! A part that's actually slightly just above 30 minutes instead of like 40. That's probably not going to last much longer. Because we're actually fairly close to the end of the game. I think the LP ends on part 8. No, wait, no. Maybe part 9. I forget one of the two. So that says things about this game's length and how many cutscenes there are. If all the parts are generally around 30 to 40 minutes. Come on. Get up here. What you doing? Come on, Liquid. Though I have to admit, there's a really stupid scene here in the Twin Snakes remake. You remember that thing I showed you from the Arms Tech President's interview? In this fight in the Twin Snakes, he jumps off of one of the Hind-D missiles so he can get a better shot. First off, cool. Secondly, how? Like I said, Twin Snakes is a pretty good remake. I think I've said this before. But the amount of strange stuff in it that seems like it's inspired by The Matrix is probably the reason you should always play it. Because it gets funny. Either way, hide behind this box again. You can probably tell why.
That takes care of the cremation.
Snake, the elevator's working.
You fixed it?
No, that's the weird thing. It just moved by itself. It's headed your way now.
Is that so? Okay.
That explosion before, what was it?
Oh, I had to take out that helicopter.
Helicopter? That's incredible, Snake.
Listen, I just want to make sure again. This is the way to get to where Metal Gear is being stored?
Yeah. The entrance to the underground maintenance base is towards the back of the snowfield ahead.
Okay. Find a safe place to hide out for a while. I'm going underground.
I know. You don't have to tell me.
And stay out of my way. Don't try to be a hero or anything.
Okay. Call me if you need to.
I love that one-liner so much. Snake is such a good action hero. I mean, tell me you wouldn't want to see a movie about this guy. Heck, David Hayter could probably, if Konami was interested in it, because they don't seem to be interested in anything nowadays, David Hayter could actually probably play Snake, because he looks a lot like him. Especially back when he looked a lot like him, especially back in Guyver Dark Hero when he played the main character in that. Either way, with that, I'm going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 7, we'll be going to that elevator and seeing what we can do after that. See you guys then.